Shalom Yasharal.
Shalom.
This is GMS Noel to come back to the quick side lesson. Before we get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who learn truth from, and Shalom to the elect out there. This is Brother Judah Kazak.
Brother Raya.
Today we're just going to a quick side lesson about the so-called UFOs. In the scriptures, they're really the angels that ride around in them. The eyes of the Lord, whenever you see the eyes of the Lord, that's the angels ride around the so-called UFO, basically known as the chariots in the scriptures. But the times we're living in, a lot of UFO videos are coming about people of these great wonders in the sky, different shapes and anomalies, chariots, so-called, UAPs ride around and people shocked by them and they think they're so-called aliens. But we know them in the scripture as the angels that ride around these broad vehicles, also known as the chariots. Stuff in the first piece about.
This is 2 Esdras chapter 6, verse 18. And it said, "Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth. And I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled."
Yep, and the Lord is drawing nigh and he's visiting his place, America, which is Babylon the Great. And I believe when you go into that word inquisition, it means investigation. And that's exactly what the angels of the Lord are doing. They're riding around to and fro, investigating different matters and reporting it back to the Most High. But these people think, they're aliens. There's a movie called Disclosure Day. Those people through the spirit don't really know what it means. They kind of took out a hand. They really believe there's a Area 51 and these big gray men are in the sky ride around in these vehicles, man. But that's not the case.
To back you up what you said, going to and from the earth, it says in Job chapter 1 and Job chapter 2 that, Satan, which is the son of God, he's just the top left-handed, angel of the Lord. It said when he came before the Most High with the sons of God, the Lord asked him, "Where are you going?" He said, "To and fro, in the earth." And well, how was he doing that? In a chariot. And then he immediately asked him, "What does thou think of my servant Job?" Meaning he was observing things.
Yep.
So backing up what the brother was saying, that's what the angels are doing. And we constantly see him out in our location. Brothers see him, average everyday people are starting to see him. They're going to and fro, making that inquisition, especially upon Babylon the Great, America, this wicked place.
Yep, that's on point, because they investigate matters. I believe in the second priest we're going to, there's no escaping the eyes of the Lord. They beholding everything. Get it real quick out?
In that Sirach?
Proverbs 15.
Proverbs 15, verse 3. "The eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good."
Yep, and that's exactly what the angels are doing. Which are the eyes of the Lord, beholding the good and the evil. There's nothing you doing without the Lord seeing. Reporting back, the angels report back to the Most High. You're being watched at all time, Jake. What it says, if you're doing good or bad, there's no hiding from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We're constantly being watched, constantly being monitored. Angels probably, taking certain notes, monitoring us, like, he's doing this, doing that. But we got to understand, we're being watched at all times, man. And the brothers go into all the time. Every brother got a certain angel that watches over him. When you go into the book of Psalms, I believe chapter 34, the angels encamp around the men who fear the Lord. So we always being watched. You got it?
And how you want that
You
song?
better say something? You got it.
Okay, but just to back the brother up, as he was saying in that Psalms 34 and 16, the angels of the Lord encampeth around those that fear him. So, as he was saying, brothers got their personal guardian angels around them, and when we're together, best believe that, we can't see them, but there's probably fleets.
Yeah.
The whole sky is probably filled with chariots when brothers are out on the block preaching this word, protecting them. Hence, why nothing serious ever happens to us, even though we're in the midst of our enemies chanting down this place. You don't think that there's, vans and surveillance and shit. You may think somebody's, jogging somewhere, but they got the whole headpiece on, these alphabet boys watching us, but they can't do anything because the angel of the Lord is encamped around his men, making inquisition, gathering up information, making sure the brothers are safe and bringing it all back to the Heavenly Father.
You got it up with the Psalm 33? And to back you up real quick, the brother said, even throughout our daily life, say, for instance, you might forget something. You might be taking a route at work, where a certain lane you use to ride, it might be closed, and then sooner or later you go past it, and boom, there's a wreck. You know what I'm saying? The angels looking at monitoring your ways, like, put them this way, put them that way, intervene to making sure the men, Lord, are all right. You got it out.
I'm looking, can't think of it off the top of my head, but just back up that Psalms 34, you had Elisha, I won't paraphrase it, But you had Elisha, who, I believe it was the Syrian. I think I might have came just upon it. I'm right there.
You talking about when he was his eyes was open?
Khan.
That's a great example right there. Real great example. It's like you said earlier. There might be millions and thousands of chariots over us. We just can't see. They cloak themselves in the clouds. You think that's a cloud. It's not. It's a chariot watching over you.
Khan, I found it. So this was an account when the Syrians were coming against. I believe it was they were coming against the northern kingdom, and Elisha was around, and Elisha's servant was frightened because he saw the might of the Syrian army at that time, which we're in the midst of what Esau and his military might.
Yep.
We're just men. We're just as people say, niggas on the camera, some angry, disgruntled black guys,
dresses on and stuff like that,
talking shit. But what? Look at who we're going against. We're going against the hammer of the earth, Esau, with his blessing being the sword. And even, as we were just saying, up until now, he hadn't been able to do anything against us. Why? Because those that are with us are more than those that are with you.
God.
But this is 2 Kings chapter 6. I'll start at 10. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of the Most High told him and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once nor twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing, and he called his servants and said unto them, Will ye not shew me which of us is for the king of Israel? Because if I'm believing correctly, Elisha was telling the king of Israel, oh, the Syrians going to come here and get you, so move around. So the king of Syria was, thinking there were spies amongst his crew, but no, it was just Elisha prophesying, just as we're prophesying.
Right.
We're exposing Esau, and he can't hide anywhere, so he's getting frustrated. So what? The king of Syria just eventually is like, look, go get him. So what does that mean with us? They're eventually going to be like, look, let's just go get him.
It'll go roll on us pretty soon. The devil should come down with some great wrath.
Con. But let's see how that played out. And one of his servants said, None, my lord, O king. But Elisha the prophet that is in Israel telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber. And he said, Go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him. And it was told him, saying, Behold, he is in Dothan. Also, like we just said, there's spies everywhere, looking and watching. They know our government names. They know where we live. And we're not doing anything but preaching the word, but they're going to come with that inquisition of their own against us. But the Lord's got his inquisition on you, the chariots and the angels documenting all this deceit you're going to come against us with. And then they're going to drop that hammer on you. Verse 14, Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host. Hey, that devil coming down in great wrath. And they came by night and compassed the city about. And when the servant of the man of the Most High was risen early and gone forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, Alas, my master, how shall we do? What are we going to do? They got us dead to rights. Verse 16, And he answered, Fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see. And Yahweh opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
And that's literally what's going on right. If the Lord will open the eyes of even more, we'll see buku chariots out. Chariots riding around in different shapes. People see it now, different shapes and sizes, do miraculous things. And how much more the times we're coming to when all hell break loose, when we gonna need that divine intervention. We might come to a time where our backs might be, against the wall. We don't know what we're gonna do, and boom, a chariot might zap them, might teleport us. But these are the things the Lord gonna do, man. The angels are constantly watching, protecting us, monitoring, and like I said, beholding the good and the evil, bro. It's a beautiful days we're coming to out, knowing the true understanding of what's going on, and knowing it's not no damn aliens with big eyes watching over. That's our brethren up there.
It's not alien versus predator running around.
Yeah, bro, that's not it, bro. Jake, we have help in, we have help in high places.
Con.
Our brethren constantly watching over us, bro. Watching.
Hey, it's like them people say, like in those mob movies when the cops roll them, look, I got friends in high places. You might not want to do that.
Yeah, and you put the F around and find out, man. When you roll up on us, Some go roll upon you, bro. Divine intervention go take place.
Steamroll you.
God.
I got that Sirach for you.
Yep, that's it right there.
This is Sirach chapter 23, verse 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of Yahweh are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and considering the most secret parts.
Yep, like I said, beholding the all ways of men.
And considering making an inquisition into the secret parts.
It's an investigation. You know what I'm saying? They taking tabs on it. That's why you should put fear in you also. You know, Jake be doing certain things, bro. That's not going unseen. Lord, you know, we being tried, we being tested. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately through our walk, our lot. So that's behoove us to do better. Because the angels constantly watching us, keeping tabs, you know, reporting. Is he doing better? Is he reading? Is he studying? Is he, you know, increasing? You know what I'm saying? Is he doing the things he should do to walk this faith right? You know what I'm saying? That put fear in me, bro. Knowing I'm being watched at all times and knowing everything being seen, whether good or evil.
I got one more for you.
Oh, you got it.
Just to back you up, that inquisition. This is Zechariah chapter 5. I'm going to read verses 1 to 3.
Yep.
Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it.
Then it would be as in America. The angels, they invaded this place, bro. You can't see it, but there's a lot of angels riding around right here, you know, beholding things, bro. In America, all the deceitful, wicked things that they have done, the angels keeping tabs on, reporting back to the Most High, and that tab keep getting built up to the day of judgment, man.
And I said that flying roll, which is a chariot, was a curse that goeth over the whole earth. For the people of the Lord's curse, you Edomites in America.
Yeah.
Nuclear missile.
Yeah, you got it.
Nuclear missiles are going to hit this place, as well as that concentrated heat, those so-called laser beams from the chariots. They're going to make quick work of it.
Yeah, America, but they had their Independence Day. You know what I'm saying? That
Real fireworks.
The big, huge fathership that talk about Second 13, where your house shot could pull up on. And that's going to be it, man. Ain't going to be no more talking in that day. Ain't going to be no more scoffing. Ain't going to be no, he did this, he did. No, straight judgment when your house shot come. And that big, huge fathership pursuing Second chapter 13. I think the point be made. So with that lesson, I hope you brothers sisters edified. Until next time, I'm going to give our praise and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakabadash.
Once again, double to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who will have truth from, and shalom to the rest of the elect out there.
Shalom.
Shalom.